What is going on, my broskiis? My name is Toadskii, back again, here to bring you guys yet another One Piece Treasure Cruise video. And today, we're going to be doing a video where we're going to be talking about support effects. And, I mean, look, in terms of support effects, yeah, we understand there are a lot of different ones in the game. Obviously, the majority of them are stat boosting ones, which are not going to be in this tier list here. These support effects are just ones from my character box. I went through my whole character box and I identified characters that I had used as supports before, you know, very, very useful effects. So there's a whole bunch of units that we're going to go through in this video today. Now, I think maybe one or two of these, maybe not even be on global yet, but I know they're actually pretty good and, you know, are probably going to see play. And also another thing is that, you know, not every support effect that has a unique effect is going to be on this list. These are just the ones that I have personally used. So if you guys have identified any support effects that I potentially don't touch up on in this video, let me know down below in the comment section so other people can see it. Like, there might be a really, really niche effect that I may be missing. I know that another type of effect that I didn't really list on this list here is any type of support effect that activates upon the enemy randomizing your orbs. There might be one or two of them here, but those type of support effects are just way too niche for my liking, unless if the effect that they give you is just absurdly broken. But we'll go through it as we go, okay? So let's start things off. We have, I do have the database up here on the side just in case if we need to refer to some characters. And actually, Kuzan, I have used him before as a support, but I don't actually remember what he actually does. So Kuzan support effect, we'll go ahead and state that he is going to give you, when you hit a perfect, reduces Rainbow Shield by 1 turn, and he attached to Akane, Kizaru, and Suru. So that's another thing you have to think about, is like, what type of characters do they actually support? I think this is going to be in the niche tier, like, and I assume like a lot of these ones are going to be quite filled out, and then the Must-Max is going to be the interesting one that you may want to take into consideration. Mihawk is really good as well. He attaches to like Zoro, and whenever Zoro uses a special, removes 3 turns of Rainbow Shield. Like, that's a pretty good support effect. Law is also really good as well. He attaches to any int unit, and when they do any sort of damage with a special, he gives all your int characters a 1.75 orb boost. Again, like, pretty good. I don't know if it's going to see common play yet, because obviously they only just came out on global, but it's pretty good. Same with Odin. Like, Odin only attaches to like very specific units, but, you know, reduces their charge time by 1, gives them a Wano slot. Like, that's so nice, right? And, you know, actually in the latest Kizuna that came out, Kizuna Kaido, I did use Odin on Roger to reduce his cooldown so that I could use his special before I used like the Wano Luffy special, so I get Roger's attack boost instead of the Luffy one. So there are instances where, you know, this could be kind of good. I think most of the time it's going to be niche, but, you know, obviously it is pretty good because you get a Wano slot out of it, which is really nice. Crocus as well. I actually did use him for something recently. I can't remember exactly what it was. So Crocus' support effect, I used it on Roger. So it says, once per adventure when the supported character uses their special, reduces damage by 50% for 1 turn, heals 2500, and reduces 2 turns of burn. Like, that's a really good effect. But I do think it is niche because it's not going to be an effect you're going to be using too often. But the fact that you can get damage reduction, healing, and 2 turns of burn removal just from a support effect is very good. Very, very good. Okay, so now we've got this. Common usage. VV, everyone knows what she does. Just attaches to any unit in the game. And then when you reach the final stage, you get a guaranteed matching slot on your character. It doesn't go through block orbs, of course, but it can attach to any unit to give them a matching slot, which is great. This ace is also very, very commonly used. Just 1.3 color affinity to quick, very nice. This Robin is very good as well. 1.3 attack boost to int. And, you know, this ace procs at the start of the final stage, whereas this Robin activates just as soon as the unit she attaches to uses their special, which is a lot better because you can obviously choose where you want to be activating that. I mean, it can be good and bad in different situations depending on what you got. This Nami is also very commonly used. 1.3 color affinity to int on the final stage. This Kid is very good. 1.3 color affinity to strength, but because we have access to like the Sweet Commanders coming soon, and then also we have access to Super Type Sabo, like some amazing strength color affinity boosters, that this guy's probably not going to be as useful, but still a good support effect. This guy's really good. Essentially same thing as VV, but for Dex characters specifically. This Whitey Bay is actually pretty good. She actually reduces Bind and Despair, and she attaches to any slash unit that reduces Bind and Despair. So like she only activates when you have it on a slash unit that activates a special that reduces Bind and Despair to further reduce it by an additional 2 turns. It's good. I'd almost say it's common usage. When she first came out, she was using quite a lot, but right now, no, I'd say she's like just pretty good. Ivankov's really good, removing poison, but I do think it's a bit niche. This guy's okay. He's a 1.3 attack boost to Driven, sorry. And it's okay. It procs at the start of the final stage, 1.3 attack boost to Driven, but it's not something you're going to use too often. This Sanji's actually like pretty good, and we'll probably see common usage, but I guess the problem with it is it's a Sanji unit, and because there's already a lot of good Sanjis in the game. This Sanji attaches to, I think, like some Straw Hat characters, if I can locate exactly where he is. He attaches to Luffy and Zoro, and it reduces paralysis or despair by 2 turns whenever you get inflicted with it. Like, that's super good, right? But then again, if you're going to attach it to Luffy, you're going to be using Rayleigh instead, unless if you got a Rayleigh on your team. And for Zoro, well, yeah, Zoro doesn't have many good supports. Well, he's got a few good supports. I won't say that. He's got a few good supports, but this is another one for Zoro, which is again just pretty good. These Luffys are pretty similar to each other, though I think they're a bit niche, because each of them give different beneficial slots. They're okay. They're actually pretty good units, but again, like, it's beneficial slots. It doesn't give you, like, all type orbs beneficial. It's only a certain amount of them. But I'd say they're kind of niche, because personally, I don't use them that much, but I know they are actually pretty decent units. This Kuma is like a must-max unit. This Kuma is insane, honestly. Let's talk about him really quick. I use him a lot. I think he only attaches to was it Perona? Is it Perona, I want to say? Yeah, Moria or Perona. So you are restricted in that regard, but anytime you get inflicted with despair, reduce it by 5 turns. So that's the trade-off with it being super restrictive, is you can just reduce a lot of it. We really need to start flying through this, because we've got a lot to go through. Kuma is amazing, by the way. This guy, I wouldn't say he's good for one thing. I'd say he's just niche, because he attaches to Robin at the start of the final stage, -1 cooldown, get rid of 3 turns of special bind on that Robin. Pretty good. Rayleigh, must max. We all know how good he is. This guy's pretty good. He attaches to some of those, like, Wano Kuni characters, and he reduces bind and despair whenever you get inflicted with it, which is good. Raizo, again, attaches to the Wano Kuni characters, reduces, I think it's paralysis and special bind for your whole team, I think. I think it's by 2 turns whenever you get inflicted with it, which is great. This Robin is kind of niche. She gives you a 1.3 conditional attack boost against defense down, and there's lots of different ways to reduce your defense, so that's why I put her on the list. I have used her in a couple of pieces of content. She's kind of nice to have. This guy's actually really nice as well, but again, a little bit niche. I think he changes, like, badly matching slots into recovery, I want to say. I believe that's what it is. He attaches to Luffy, Robin, and Frankie when you get inflicted with orb randomization. So this is one of those units where you have to get inflicted with orb randomization. Changes empty orbs into matching and badly matching slots into recovery. Because that's the thing. How many times does the enemy shuffle your orbs into badly matching or get rid of your orbs completely? It does happen every now and again, and this guy can just change the empty ones to matching or badly matching into recovery, which can be treated as beneficial in a lot of teams. So this Usopp does see a lot of play, and he attaches to some pretty good units too, right? So it's not bad. This Frankie is actually pretty good. He attaches to a lot of Straw Hat units, and whenever you use that unit, they reduce defense. This guy I use a lot as well. You wouldn't think, on paper, you wouldn't think this guy's that good, but he attaches to any fighter or powerhouse unit, and when you launch that character special, it just gives you a 0.2 chain boost for that 1 turn. So you wouldn't think a 0.2 chain boost is that big of a difference, but it really does make a difference. In certain teams, it's literally the difference between winning and losing, which is crazy, right? But it's a good support. It doesn't see that much play now, but again, when supports were first coming into the game, this is one of the better ones. This Shanks is okay. I'm going to say he's kind of niche, though. He is actually pretty good. So I think you have to use a damage dealing or health cut special, and then it makes all type orbs into Psi orbs for your Psi characters. So it's just like generating matching slots for your whole team, which is pretty good, but you have to use it predominantly with Psi characters. Okay, so I have Marigold here, but I actually meant for this to be Sandersonia, not Marigold. I flipped it around. Marigold is the unit you want to use with Sandersonia support to get the guaranteed conditional boost. So pretend this is Sandersonia. This is going to be in the pretty good tier. Just the combination of the two Boa Sisters together are just really good. This Beppo, I'd say, is niche. He attaches to Law, and every time Law hits a perfect, he reduces 1 turn of damage threshold. Pretty nice, not used too often though. This guy's okay, also kind of niche. He is a support that gets rid of poison, attaches to some of the Straw Hat characters, which is nice. This guy is also kind of niche. He attaches to Whitebeard or Marco when they use a damage dealing or health cut special, 2 turns of Orb Block, which is good. Bellamy attaches to Dofi and reduces like 2 turns of increased defense and threshold, I want to say. He's really good. I did use this Bellamy relatively recently, actually. He's pretty nice to have. He attaches to, Dofi, threshold, and increased defense by 2 turns anytime Dofi uses his special. So it's a phenomenal support effect, but it's niche because it only attaches to Doflamingo, so there's give and take. We've got this guy. Now, I actually haven't used this guy, but on paper, it's actually a pretty insane support when you actually have a look at it. So, Hody Jones, he attaches to, I think it's like basically all those old Fishman dudes. Where is it? Down here. Yeah, so his crew basically are long as well, Watatsume and also Fisher Tiger, and then whenever you get inflicted with special reverse, you reduce all powerhouse characters by 2 turns for their special. So the fact that it works for all powerhouse characters is quite good, and I think for that reason, he's probably going to see some play in some weird content later down the line. But as for right now, he's basically never used, but it is good, right? On paper, it is good. This treble is actually very nice as well, very similar to like this Bellamy, but it attaches to Sugar instead, and I think it only gets rid of Threshold actually, but it's good, but it's a little niche because it only attaches to Sugar. Yeah, this Reiju I did use, I think it was for one of the Neo events, I can't remember exactly what it was for. I think it was for a Kizuna Clash as well. It attaches like Judge or Sanji, I think, and it's like, it removes like 3 turns of Chain Lock or something. It's a really good effect, but I think the enemy has to randomize your orbs first, and then it removes the Chain Lock. It's good though. This Zora is quite commonly used, actually. He attaches to like Mihawk and stuff, and he gives you a 2.5 chain lock for 2 turns when you use that support character special. Really nice. This guy is a pretty good support, this Law. He attaches to Corazon, gives you an orb boost whenever you use the special. So you can legit have Legend Corazon, use his special, and you'll get all the healing and the debuff removal, and then because of the support, you'll also get a 1.75 orb boost. It's pretty awesome. This guy is commonly used. Actually, you know what? I'm actually going to say you should probably max this guy out. This guy's pretty freaking good. He attaches to Robin, and he just removes 3 turns of paralysis whenever you get inflicted with it. Surprisingly very good support. You actually do use it quite a lot. It's great. Very nice. This Koala is pretty good. Attaches to like only Sabo, I think. I think it's only Sabo. It might be the other commanders from the what do you call it? Revolutionary Army, but I don't remember actually. I think it might be only Sabo. Yeah, it is only Sabo. When they use the special, reduce Bind Despair by 2 turns. Like that's good, right? It's a good special. Nami, again, it's one of those ones that I don't actually remember, but I know it is good because I have used her a lot. I think it's debuff removal, like paralysis or something. No, it's just Bind Despair by 2 turns. Yeah, and she attaches to like Straw Hat characters. Like she's just, again, a pretty good effect. Actually, you know what? We're gonna put it here because she attaches to, who is it again? Yeah, basically all the Straw Hats, right? So that's a really good effect to have for sure. This Carrot is also kind of good. She's kind of niche though because she removes like the chain debuffs by 3 turns, but only attaches to very select units. Same with this Shirahoshi. Like she is good, but limited in who she attaches to. Same thing for Kuzan. Limited in who he attaches to, but the effect that you get from it is like adjacent orbs matching, which is okay. Very good for Legend Smoker actually, because Legend Smoker can use his special. This will generate some matching slots for you, which is great. This Tashigi I have used quite a few times. Removes attack down, attaches to Smoker, attaches to Zoro. Really nice. This Zoro is used a lot. Color affinity. I don't know where I got paralysis from. Color affinity to your slashes when you reach the final boss stage. Very similar to this Ace, but instead of for quick units, it's for all slashes, which is great. To Zoro is, I'm gonna say it's a must max. I use this guy so much. Like it's ridiculous how much I use this character. The combination of Baccarat with this support is insane. You get the orb boost, you get the debuff removal, you get a 3 times chain lock, all with one special. It's way too good. Tesoro is insane. I love it. The fact you can just get a 3 times chain lock just basically whenever you want is very nice. Karina is good. I have used her quite a lot. Generating matching slots for your crew. This guy's pretty good. He's would I say he's niche? Because like a lot of these other supports are better, but the thing about this Opera is he's free to play. He's a free-to-play unit, attaches to any fighter. When they use a damage-dealing special, reduce 2 turns of despair. Pretty good. Personally, though, I don't use him that much. I think I've maybe used him once. Maybe only once. But I know he's good. I know a lot of people do use him. Corazon is a must-max. Same as Rayleigh. Same effect. Different units that he supports, right? Amazing. This Sanji is... He's niche. He's very similar to... I guess he's kind of basically a Jinbei, but he's got more restrictions of who he can attach to, but his chain boost is larger, so that's the trade-off there. Hachan is very similar to Karina, attaches to Nami. Actually, they both support Nami and generate matching slots, but the thing about Hachan is that he goes through block orbs. Very good. Frankie is an attack booster, and he attaches to like all the Straw Hats. Really good support. This guy's very niche. Because he only attaches to like Chiffon or something, but then you just negate all damage for 1 turn. It's such an insane support, but only Chiffon, like there's only like 1 good Chiffon in the game. I think there's a treasure map rare recruit one coming soon, but yeah, not that great. This Ein is also pretty good, but again, it's the main problem is that she attaches to only like Zephyr. Does she even attach to Bins? I have no idea actually. That's honestly one of the big issues with some of these supports is the fact that they attach to such restricted units that don't have good versions of the characters yet, right? So yeah, Zephyr and Bins. When the enemy gains increased defense or % damage reduction, you reduce them both by 2 turns and you recover 10% of your crew's max HP. So if you're ever using a Zephyr or a Bins, like this is such a bonkers support to have. Just whenever they gain blue shield or rainbow shield, reduce it by 2 turns. It's so good. But again, you know, very restricted in who you can attach to. This guy is kind of niche as well. Legend Cavendish, just attached to a quick unit. They generate an orb. They generate attack boost, orb boost for that one unit. It's okay. Nothing too crazy though. Flampe, I'm going to say is also kind of niche. It's not a support you're going to use all the time. It reduces defense of the enemy. It makes perfects easier to hit. But it's not actually that useful because like defense reduction in a support is okay, but only if it's high tier defense reduction, which unfortunately Flampe kind of doesn't do that. This guy's awesome. Actually, I gotta say common because the supports that he attached to, like the characters he attaches to are kind of restricted. I think it's Chopper and Inu, and maybe Pedro as well, I think. So yeah, you don't not really too many good units you can attach to, but he reduces bind and attack down, which is nice. Conus is also like really good. She reduces defense up whenever that character hits a perfect, attaches to like Nami and Usopp and stuff. Okay, we got support Sabo. He's also really good. Attaches to Luffy. Lots of attack boost to Luffy there. This Dofi's a driven orb booster. He's pretty good. Oven is an orb manipulator. Attaches to Big Mom and Katakuri, I want to say. And he makes all powerhouse characters' orbs into strength. So it's pretty good. I'm going to say it's niche though, because you don't need that effect that often, but there are some times where I actually have used it just to generate orbs for your crew. It has actually a pretty good effect. Okay, we got Legend Cracker. Legend Cracker is a must-max character. He is restricted in who he can attach to. He only attaches to Katakuri or Smoothie, but anytime you're inflicted with a chain debuff, he reduces it by 3 turns, either one, and then also gives you a 0.7 chain boost. Pretty crazy. Utility and huge damage boost, you can't deny that's just so good. Koshiro as well is like, he's common, but it's not a support you need that often. Like these ones at the top are ones that like I personally use all the time. These ones here are ones that I do definitely use, but they're not like ones that I want to have on like pretty much every single team. Like just all these debuff removers. I mean, this guy's a little bit of an outlier, but he's just insane with Baccarat because I use like the int team a lot, so he really does make a big difference, right? So yeah, I think Koshiro is here. He is really good though. Like him attached to Raid Zoro removes like all the defensive effects by up to 4 or 5 turns, so pretty good. Yeah, it's kind of good. Then we got Akainu. He's also like a pretty commonly used unit. He attaches to a strength unit when they do a damage dealing or health cut special. Full border strength orbs, 1.5 attack boost to strength. It's nice. It's really good. Especially when you partner it up with something like Kozuki Odin, for example, which can generate you some Wano slots. Yeah, it's pretty nice. And it definitely sees a lot of play. Now, this Bonnie's also really good. I gotta talk about her real quick because, yeah, she's really good, but there is a slight problem with her, is that she only attaches to Kuma, but very similar to Kuma's support, whenever you're inflicted with bind, reduce it by 5 turns. So one of the cool things you can do is you can have this attached to like this Kuma, because this Kuma has a great special, and he has double special activation. But, you know, just because of how good this is, I think I am actually going to put it in the top tier, because 5 turns of bind removal on a support is way too good, man. That's so strong. Really strong effect to have. Moving on to Perispero. He's a Kizuna unit, actually, like one of those free units you get from the Kizuna boxes, and he's so good on Cerebral teams. Just attach to any Cerebral unit. When they use a special, lock all your Cerebral slots for 1 turn. Like, amazing, dude. I'm not going to say common, but I'm going to say it's pretty good. It's a good support. It's not one you're going to use all the time, but it's a good support, right? Then you got, like, this one, which is very similar to, like, Apu and stuff, and VV. It's very similar to, like, these ones, right? Where it just generates a slot for you, but it works for any quick unit, so it's nice. Shirahoshi is, again, very similar. Works for, like, Luffy and stuff, but gives you a rainbow slot instead. Halloween Ace, bro. Yo, Halloween Ace is a beast. I love Halloween Ace's support. This guy is, he's actually pretty good. If you have him, you know. If you know, you know. Attaches to Luffy or Sabo, reduce bind by 3 turns anytime you're inflicted with it. Yeah, because yeah, you gotta max that one out. This chopper is actually pretty good. I have used him a couple of times. It's a Kizuna unit, and he reduces like attack down and paralysis, I want to say. Attaches to, I think he only attaches to Sanji, so a little bit restricted there, but great support effect actually. This Corazon is also really good. I'm going to put him in the common tier. He reduces bind and attack down anytime you're inflicted with it. Attaches to law. Pretty stock standard stuff. Who does... I think she attaches to Sanji, I want to say. Let me just double check really quick. This Viola. Who does she attach to? She does attach to Sanji. When you hit a perfect, reduce Rainbow Shield by 1 turn. I'm just going to put it in the same tier as Beppo. Like, it is a niche support. This Onami, though. Onami's pretty good. Reducing defense by 100% for 2 turns on a support is bonkers. Very good. Color affinity to shooter characters. It is a 1.5 affinity, though. I'm going to say it's good, but the fact that shooters are so bad is a big problem, and why this... dude, if shooters were, like, top tier, this support would be, like, one of the best supports in the game. I'm not even kidding. But, yeah, that's unfortunate. We got Sabo here, or Lucy. 6+ Lucy. He's also pretty good. He attaches to like a Koala, Hack, and I think Rebecca as well. And anytime you're inflicted with special reverse, reduce it by 3 turns. So very good for Viva Rebecca, which is one of the best units in the game, right? So really good support effect. This Kizuna Akainu is also, again, pretty good. Just a chain lock attached to the marine characters like Aokiji and stuff like that. Just generating you a chain lock from nowhere is nice. This Pudding is also like pretty good. Actually, she's kind of niche though. Yeah, I'm going to say niche, because I personally haven't used it too much, but it is kind of nice, attaching to Sanji, reducing his cooldown in the final boss fight. It's nice. This carrot, though, this carrot is busted. So if you thought this Conus was good, you know, reducing increased defense whenever you hit a perfect, this is a whole nother beast, because not only do you do that, you get a really good stat boost as well. Attaches to Nami and Robin, I want to say. I think Chiffon as well. And just anytime you hit a perfect, reduce blue shield by 2. Yeah, this support I use all the time. It is amazingly good. Now, Custard is actually not on Global yet, but when she does come to Global, I'm going to say it's actually a niche support, but we have been waiting for this support for a long time. It's insane for the int teams, but we just haven't got it yet. So hopefully it comes soon. The Straw Hat Pirates are, again, very good. It's very similar to this, but it attaches to Chopper, Robin, Frankie Brook, I want to say? Yeah, pretty sure. Buena Festa obviously works only with Bullet, but when you're using Bullet, it's a very good support effect. Should I put him in common? I don't think he's common, because I personally haven't used him that much. He is a good support effect, though. I definitely don't think he's niche, but he's a good support effect, just generating slots for your Bullet teams. This guy, this Whitebeard is top tier, reducing Despair by 3, attaches to Ace. Very good. This Sabo is niche because of his restrictions of who he supports. He only supports like Koala and like the other Revolutionary Army commanders, and those characters basically don't have good versions. You can't even attach it to Sabo and Koala, obviously, because it's a Sabo character. So it is a bit of a downfall there. Hopefully the Revolutionary Army commanders get like a new batch soon. That would be really nice, so that we could get, you know, better units to use that type of support on. But again, we'll have to wait and see. This Garp is pretty good. I have used him a lot recently. Reducing special bind on your whole team by 3 turns is insane as a support. Smoker, giving your quick characters an attack boost whenever you launch a damage dealing or health cut special is also insane. Boa Hancock, generating matching slots, giving you healing. Again, very similar to like this, and this. Very similar to that. This Flampe is actually good. We're giving your side characters an orb boost when you use the special on the support, just really nice. And we got the 2 treasure map characters that came out recently. I actually think that this Perona is good and that this VV is common. If I remember correctly, VV is color affinity, right? Like, I'm almost certain she's color affinity, right? Yes. When the support character uses their special, boost color affinity by 1.3. Yeah, that's definitely going to be in this tier for sure. And then this character is a conditional booster. Now, we've got Kung Fu Luffy. I'm going to say he's kind of a niche character because he just generates slots. Plus, it depends on your team composition, but, you know, the fact that he's a Luffy character, there's already a bunch of good Luffys in the game, so I don't know how often you're going to use that. And then you got Support Sengoku, who I think is actually just pretty good, but the only problem with it is that Support Sengoku mainly only attaches to Luffy Lore. Like, Luffy Lore is the best unit for this guy, but when you have Luffy Lore plus this support, generating a full board of slots, It's still 2.5 orb boost, 0.7 chain boost, and if you switch, which you probably have prior to, you'll have your Luffy lore with a 2x attack boost as well. Like, you can generate such a mass amount of damage just on Luffy lore themselves with this support effect, and it really does make a big difference. So I'm gonna leave him there for now. But overall, this is the breakdown of how I use supports pretty much in the game right now. So these are like the supports that I use a lot of the time, and you can't see, actually no you can. So there's nothing, my face cam isn't hiding anything there, but there you go. That's the breakdown of the supports that I currently use in the game. And as I said, if there's any supports that I may have missed, or ones that you guys use a lot that isn't on this list, definitely leave it down below in the comment section so other people can see it, so that we can share around and we can determine, you know, which are the best supports you should really be looking into. But all these supports I have used in one way or another throughout my time playing One Piece Treasure Cruise, and definitely higher up the tier are the ones I use more often than the others, of course. So there we go. That's going to wrap this one up. I hope that this has helped you guys in terms of determining which support effects you may want to look into maxing out. And if you guys enjoyed the video today, make sure you go ahead and leave a like. And if you want to stay up to date with all the content that I post, including more One Piece Treasure Cruise content, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below. But on that, guys, I'll see you guys within the next video.